Chavo Guerrero Jr.
Allow me to beg your indulgence for one moment. This is the former intellectual savior of the masses, Damian Sandow.
I am WWE superstar Cedric Alexander, and I would like to tell you all that you are watching the hottest E-Fed in the world today.
HKW.
HKW Wrestling.
HKW Wrestling. Wait, did I say the world? I meant the universe, the galaxy, the multiverse, the fabric of time itself. Check it out.
Viva la raza.
And as always, you're welcome.
Up and never look down. If the road wasn't rough, we might not have found it. The blood and some guts and thousands of hours. We operate now with nerves of steel. Keep a clean shot for that curve appeal. Swing chop when we work the field. Not gonna stop till we work a deal. Leave a lasting impression on who is the best, and it won't be a question. You will remember our name when you see it in lights. We are the champions. We are the champions. We will fight through the pain. We'll be legends tonight. We are the champions. We are the champions.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Richard G. Mayer, and I am Donald Cash. I can introduce myself, Richard, and welcome to HKW Friday Night Rampage, presented as always by Donald Cash.
Is scheduled for one fall, and is for the Triple Crown Internet Championship.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, starting things off tonight with championship action on his way down to the ring. The man who a couple weeks ago turned his back on the Outlaw and the Brotherhood. Smartest decision that Michael James has ever made was leaving behind those losers in the Brotherhood. And now look, Outlaw has nobody. Outlaw has no friends. I don't know if he has no friends. Later on tonight, the Scars Enterprises, your buddies, set to go up in tag team action against the Brotherhood. Yeah, but let's see if the Outlaw is going to be able to find a tag team partner here tonight, Richard. And look at this. This is what a true champion looks like. He is the most dominant of kings. King Dominator. Dominator has been ruling over the social media championship division with an iron fist ever since capturing the gold from Zanzibar. I can't really deny that, but we just learned on social media, if King Dominator is able to successfully walk out of here tonight with that social media championship belt, then coming up at Digital Revolution 4, we will have a rematch from the King of the Wasteland tournament, King and Dominator, going one-on-one with the undefeated Ian King, and both the social media championship and the United States championship will be on the line. That's just another wonderful opportunity for King Dominator. And you know what? After that match is over, Richard, Ian King will realize that the only king around is King Dominator, and we'll just have to call him Ian. Just a single name like Cher. It's his last name. I'll forget it. Of course, all of that is predicated on the fact that somehow King Dominator able to get through Michael James here tonight, and James has been on an absolute roll. if James was on such a roll, then let's be realistic. At HKW Wasteland, Michael James would have defeated Michael Scars Minor. He didn't. He's a loser. He's going to lose
Introducing the
tonight.
challenger from Brooklyn, New York, weighing in at 266 pounds, Michael James. And introducing the champion from Pensacola, Florida, weighing in at 253 pounds, he is the King, the Dominator.
Way to go, Dominator! You got this! You got this superstar all the way.
Sit down.
Scars Enterprises cannot be defeated.
Oh yeah, well, I don't know about that. We've seen Michael Scars Minor get defeated by the Outlaw on several occasions, and a lot of people are predicting that coming up at HKW Digital Revolution 4, that will be the case again. The Outlaw will capture the World Heavyweight title from Michael Scars Minor.
No, Richard, people make stupid predictions all the time. People would have predicted that I never would have returned to HKW, and here I am, the voice of Friday Night Rampage. You're welcome, by the way, Richard. I mean, let's face it, this program way more entertaining now than when it was just you.
You might want to check the comment section. I see people asking each and every week for you to just kind of fade off into the sunset.
Richard, those are you posting troll comments on here. The HKW Nation loves me. I want to see in the chat right now. Tell me how much you love me. It's okay.
You can go ahead and post whatever you want in the chat. And thank you for tuning in tonight to HKW Friday Night Rampage. Our opening contest here, social media championship match. King Dominator arm drag, taking Michael James off the top rope. But James countering, front face lock, circling around to the front of Dominator, lifts him back to his feet, and Michael James snap suplex to the HKW social media champion, King Dominator.
Dominator is just luring Michael James into a false sense of security. This is Michael James can't even comprehend the level of mind games that King Dominator plays with his opponent.
It looks to me like Dominator getting slammed left and right around the ring, and now Michael James heading up to the top rope. And James, oh!
Wow. That
King Dominator rolling to the outside, trying to avoid the top rope attack from Michael James. James changing trajectory and following Dominator out to the floor. Incredible maneuver by Mike James.
Richard, that was an incredible maneuver by King Dominator, recognizing that Michael James was about to launch himself into oblivion. He was going to be injured. He was never going to make it to Digital Revolution. And instead, Michael James, he was saved by King Dominator. I mean, Dominator not trying to end Michael James's career here, but just going to have to soundly defeat him for the HKW Social Media Championship.
What a nice guy.
Michael James, when this is all over, he needs to go get online, order some nice flowers for King Dominator.
Kick out there by Michael James after Ridiculous Theory by my co-host Donald Cash. Dominator now, Irish whip, sending Michael James across the ring, clothesline, and again Dominator, oh! Shot to the gut on Michael James. Nice combination by King Dominator.
Richard, that's the first thing you've managed to say right in this entire match. It was a beautiful combination of moves by my close personal friend, King Dominator, the HKW reigning and defending. What are you doing?
No!
No, kick out!
Oh! And a long 2 count there for Michael James.
King Dominator never was in danger there, Richard.
Of course, that was a long 2 count.
No.
That was a near fall.
He's got this.
All right, King Dominator tossing Michael James shoulder first into the ring post, following it up with a shot to the side of the head of the former Brotherhood member, Michael James. Brilliant moves by King Dominator. James heading back inside the ring, but look who's right there. No, hey, let him go. Richard, that move can't be allowed. I'm pretty sure that move was outlawed back in 1976, back in Lupenhagen, New Jersey, and we're here in New Jersey. There's no such thing as, I've never heard of a Lupenhagen, New Jersey. That's because I bought it, Richard. I built a beautiful casino right there. Well, okay, well, where's that now? We don't talk about that, Richard. And look, King Dominator. And again, another illegal move by Michael James. Michael James should be disqualified. He shouldn't have even had this match. Scars Enterprises has already defeated Michael James. Well, minor HKW Wasteland. Michael James will be better served riding out into the sunset, just retiring. Look, there we go. No. And Michael James. Yes. Michael James, multiple-time champion here in the HKW. As a matter of fact, not too long ago, he was the HKW Tag Team Champion. Not anymore, though. He has had his eyes on Scars Enterprises for weeks, long before he parted ways with the Brotherhood. And you know, with every one of those guys wearing gold, it's only a matter of time before Michael James picks off one of your little buddies. Picks off one of your little buddies. Never gonna happen. Becomes a champion once again here in the HKW. Richard, Scars Enterprises is the greatest faction to have ever existed. All right. I mean, look at these men. They have all won championship gold in no time, Richard, and they haven't just held it, they've defended it. And look at that maneuver by King Dominator, suicide dive over the top rope, eliminating Michael James. Eliminating? Yes, I said eliminating Michael James from competition permanently. This match is officially over. Ring the bell. Congratulations. No, Michael Dominator. No, Michael James tossing Dominator back inside the ring. Dominator rolling away, looking for the clothesline, but caught by Michael James. Caught by Michael. He's got a handful of his hair, Richard. That shouldn't be allowed. Another blatant disqualification. Wait. Is that? No, that's CJ Mundo. Let's see, wait! Yes, get him! Get him, CJ! Yes, Richard, I always knew that CJ Mundo had a brilliant head up there on top of those shoulders. And yes, get him! Get that stupid Michael James! Yes, that was brilliant, Richard! Did you see that? How could I not see that? No, this is an amazing competition going on here. This is a brilliant plan on the part of King Dominator enlisting the help of CJ Mundo. What the hell? Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and this past Sunday, HKW Wasteland, Daniel Roberts overcame 15 other superstars to earn the title of 2020 King of the Wasteland, and he will move on to Digital Revolution, being allowed to enter himself into any championship match he wants. And right here tonight, we're going to find out what Daniel Roberts' choice is.
Daniel Roberts, there's only two smart choices, Richard. He wants to be in the HKW championship match with Evan Jones or Corey Tombstone, or he wants to be up against Blake Buchanan and Christopher Chaos. Yeah, and why is that? Because there is no chance that Daniel Roberts wants to get back in the ring with Michael Scars Minor. Minor's already defeated him, and Daniel Roberts knows it. Michael Scars Minor might not have even won that match if it hadn't been for Christian Wright and his interference back at Wasteland. Nevertheless, Daniel Roberts has a mic, and we are about to get the answer to the question that we have all been waiting for. Yeah, Richard, shut up.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is good to be king, and I am your king of the Wasteland 2020, King Daniel Roberts. Now, I'm out here to address you all on who I'll be facing at Digital Revolution 4 for a world title opportunity of my choosing. Now, I thought about it for the past couple of days. I asked my colleagues in the back on their saying on the matter, and I've asked you, the HKW Nation, on who I should be facing for a world title. Now, which title have I chosen? Is it going to be the HKW Championship between Corey Tombstone and Evan Jones? Do I want to insert myself into a match that I've been trying to get my hands on the past year, trying to grab my hands onto the HKW Championship and never been able to
Yes, it's a great choice. You should shut up.
Do you want to go for the World Heavyweight Championship between Michael Minor and Outlaw? A title that I never lost. I never got directly pinned. I got screwed out of.
He did lose it. He lost it. Would you be quiet, please?
And become a two-time World Heavyweight Champion in the meantime. Or do you want to face off against Blake Buchanan and Christopher Chaos for their TWA and World Heavyweight Championships? Very tough decision, but I finally came to my answer. The championship I'll be going for at Digital Revolution 4, and it's very simple on why I've chosen these championships. Yes, I'm saying championship because I am going to be going for the TW World and the TWE Championships. The fact is, the reason why is, it's very logical. Why walk out with one when I could walk out with two? It's very simple if you're looking at it, because I could walk out as an undisputed TWE champion. Who doesn't want that? And that'd be something good to put on my resume when people could look back in 20 years, 30 years, 40 years time when I've retired and be like, do you remember that time when Daniel Roberts became undisputed TWE champion? Wow, those were great times. And that's what I want to do. I want to create history. I want to create a match to remember. And that's why at Digital Revolution, I want to face off against Chris and Blake. Now, you probably think the reason why I want to into that match. Well, here are my
good choice by Daniel Roberts.
Blake, he turned my best friend away from me. He turned my own best friend of over 5 years, someone who I looked to as a brother, and he took him away from me. And I didn't like what I did at Wasteland to him, but it was something that had to be done. And I hope Christian learned from this and realised that, I'm always going to be his best friend. Those TWE idiots are not his friend. They're not people that are going to care about him, because once this war is done, they're going to leave him in the dust. And I'm always going to be there for him. Even if he doesn't see it now, I will still be your best friend, Christian. And I hope sometime now you think about it and realise Dan was always my friend. I hope you realise that, Christian, when you listen to this in the bag. And Christopher Chaos? Why Christopher Chaos? Well, good question. I've never beaten him clean. Yes, in the past I used dirty tactics. Chris, like you mentioned in your promo a couple of weeks ago, I used to do dirty tactics to always beat you. And that is true. That is very, very true. And that's why I want to beat you at Digital Revolution 4. So I can prove a point that you and me, whenever we step in the ring, I am better than you, and you know it. And the fact is, Chris, I was the guy that made the match for your World Heavyweight Championship. Do you not remember? I take you back to Mardi Gras when I announced it, saying you're going to be in a steel cage match. Yeah, I gave you that title, and I'm going to be the one that takes it away from you because you don't deserve it. You're not a champion. I'm a world champion. I'm someone that actually cares about the fans. You care about that title as much as picking up your next paycheck. That is what you care about. You care more about making money than care about the fans. And the fact is, I want to do this for the fans. I want them to have a world champion they can be proud of, not Christopher Chaos, a man that doesn't care about the fans, that only cares about himself and his little brothers in Brian Mead and Evan Jones. So boys, you better be scared, you better be ready, because I'm not a third wheel in this field fair. Oh no, I'm somebody you should be very afraid of, because I'm going to be the guy at Digital Revolution 4 that walks away with both championships, becoming the undisputed TWE World Champion.
Well, looks like somebody might have something to say about that. Yeah, and I'm not surprised to see the TWE World Heavyweight Champion Christopher Chaos coming out here after what we just heard, Richard. Yeah, I'm not either. I mean, whether it was him or Blake Buchanan, Daniel Roberts just inserted himself into this TWE Undisputed title picture, getting a whole lot more interesting in the last couple of minutes. Yeah, but listen to what Christopher Chaos pointed out. Daniel Roberts has always had to use the most underhanded of tactics if he was going to walk away with a victory over Christopher Chaos. He can't defeat Christopher Chaos one-on-one, and Chaos is going to remind him of that right here. Yeah, that's entirely possible. Richard, I'm being told that coming up after this break, Christopher Chaos goes one-on-one with Daniel Roberts.
I've seen some souls be friendly, I've seen some feet get loose. I've had some people in my life who know just what it do. I try to look for goodness, even when I see bad. I've seen some souls be friendly, I've seen some feet get loose. I've had some people in my life who know just what it do. I try to look for goodness, even when I see bad.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and Daniel Roberts going one-on-one here with the Elite Enforcer, Christopher Chaos, after just a few moments ago announcing that he would be inserting himself into the TWE Undisputed Championship match coming up at Digital Revolution 4. That's right, and Christopher Chaos not too happy about it. You can be sure that Blake Buchanan isn't going to be happy about this either. Daniel Roberts has really no right to be interjecting himself in this fight between Blake Buchanan and Christopher Chaos, Richard. I 100% disagree. Daniel Roberts laid out exactly why he decided to go after the TWE Championship. Blake Buchanan turning Christian right against Daniel Roberts. The multitude of problems that Roberts has had with the EFED Elite all coming to a head on April 12th, Digital Revolution 4, when Daniel Roberts challenges for the TWE Undisputed title. Richie, at this rate, I don't know that Roberts is even going to make it to Digital Revolution, getting his chest caved in with those stomps by Christopher Chaos, barely able to kick out of that pinfall combination, Richard. Right hands being exchanged between Chaos and Roberts coming out ahead. Not very often that we see someone able to go blow for blow with the Elite Enforcer, Christopher Chaos. That was a nasty looking kick from Daniel Roberts, and now going up to the top rope, referee warning him he's not supposed to be up there, but Daniel Roberts doesn't listen to the rules. He doesn't care about the rules, and that is why, Richard, that is why he just interjected himself
into a championship match that, again, as I've stated before, he really has no right to be in. He really had no right
he really
to
does.
ever get a championship opportunity in the first place.
He won the King of the Wasteland
championship
tournament.
has always belonged to Michael Scars Minor. He's
not even going for that
cheated to
belt.
win the first time.
Who cares about Michael Scars Minor?
Who cares about Michael Scars Minor? Richard, control yourself.
Oh, cover by Daniel Roberts and kick out by the Elite Enforcer, Christopher Chaos.
Richard, Daniel Roberts said it himself. He can't beat Christopher Chaos. Not in an even one-on-one opportunity.
Well, a nice 2 count there for Roberts. Long near fall, and you know what? Maybe he has never beaten Christopher Chaos clean. But I gotta believe that Daniel Roberts is looking to change all that right here tonight.
Roberts can be hoping all he wants, but that isn't going to get him past the Elite Enforcer. Look at that. Huge Elite Slam by Christopher Chaos. That's not what that's... I don't care what it's called, Richard. I'm talking here. Have some respect for me. I'm more important than you. Christopher Chaos now looking to bring an end to the British buffoon.
Yeah, Daniel Roberts, though, coming back, shot to the midsection. A European uppercut from a Brexit uppercut. I've told you, he's not allowed to do European uppercuts anymore.
He wanted to be in a little land all of his own, and that's exactly what he gets.
Daniel Roberts, shot to the midsection on Christopher Chaos. Super kick to the face!
You were gonna say the knee?
I was gonna say the knee, but then he kicked him in the face.
Nice recovery.
Daniel Roberts heading up to the top turnbuckle, has his sights set. Chaos from below.
Wow.
Roberts crashing down on top of Chaos. 1, 2. Long 2 count.
But only a 2 count, Richard. And let's face facts. That was a pretty looking move from Daniel Roberts. But being pretty won't win you championships. Choke slams will.
Christopher Chaos, massive choke slam there to Daniel Roberts to cover 1, 2, and Roberts somehow able to kick out after 2 from that huge choke slam from Christopher Chaos. Roberts, right hand and a head scissor takeover to Chaos.
Again, more illegal moves from Daniel Roberts.
What is illegal about a head scissor takeover?
That's a chokehold, Richard. It doesn't matter if he's flipping through the air while he's doing it. Still clearly a chokehold, and the referee should admonish him or possibly even disqualify him from this contest. He said that he wasn't going to use any dirty tactics against Christopher Chaos. He was going to try and win this match clean, and unfortunately, he has broken that promise, Richard.
Christopher Chaos twisting around, dropping Daniel Roberts hard on his head.
And it didn't matter anyway, Richard, because Daniel can't beat Chaos.
Well, that has yet to be determined. Daniel Roberts getting the shoulder up in this contest will continue.
Yeah, but look who the HKW Nation firmly behind here. They want Christopher Chaos to rip Daniel Roberts' head off.
That's not the way I'm hearing it. It seems pretty even. They're cheering for both of these guys. And an incredible matchup here on HKW Friday Night Rampage.
Daniel Roberts weaseling his way out of that hold by Christopher Chaos. And again, another chokehold, Richard. Another chokehold.
That's not a chokehold, but that was certainly a super kick from Daniel Roberts. Chaos answering back with a headbutt, but Roberts with another big boot into the face of the Elite Enforcer.
And back up to the top rope, Phoenix landing, Richard. Huge Phoenix landing by Daniel Roberts. And Christopher Chaos just barely escaping this contest. An absolute classic here tonight between Daniel Roberts and Christopher Chaos. Honestly, Richard, I don't know how Daniel Roberts hasn't just given up after everything that Christopher Chaos has put him through. And now Angel in the Sky from Roberts. 1, 2, and again Chaos kicking out. This is amazing, Richard. Absolutely incredible. But Roberts will not be persuaded to stop. Up to the top rope. Another Phoenix landing from Daniel Roberts too. And that's gonna do it. What a match. Daniel Roberts unrelenting. I'm pretty sure solidifying the fact that he deserves to be at Digital Revolution. How many in the TWE Undisputed Championship match? How many chokeholds to Daniel Roberts? Congratulations to Daniel Roberts. No, Daniel Roberts cheated his way to a victory here tonight. That's what all of these people witnessed. It's what I witnessed. Daniel Roberts doesn't deserve to be in that match at Digital Revolution. Daniel Roberts doesn't even deserve to be at Digital Revolution. That's enough. Daniel Roberts, incredible match here tonight against Christopher Chaos, and we have more to come here on HKW Friday Night Rampage. Congratulations to Daniel Roberts and good luck in the TWE Undisputed Championship match. Richard, did you hear? Did I hear what? That stupid clown Zelzabar booking another matchup here tonight. You're talking about this handicap match that we're about to get? That's right, Richard. I thought that Zelzabar was a fan of TWE. I'm pretty sure he's a member of TWE. Yeah, so why is it that here tonight he booked Lenore Len alone against two of HKW's destroyers in the women division in Mel and Catherine Storm? Richard, can you answer me that? I have to admit that is a little bit strange of a booking choice on the part of Zelzabar, but Zelzabar is kind of a weird guy, and let's not forget that Lenore Lane is she is the #1 contender to the HKW Women's Championship coming up at Digital Revolution. She's going to be getting her shot at Scarlett Jones. So what, this is like a warm-up match? Lenore Lynn has been very dominant in the women's division. As a matter of fact, I can't think of any woman thus far who's been able to put a stop to Lenore Lynn. That's an excellent point, Richard, one of the very few that you make. But here tonight, Lenore Lynn, she's going to be pushed to her own limits, I think, when rolling up against two of HKW superstars in Mel and Catherine Storm. Well, there you see Mel getting ready to be joined here by Catherine Storm. And you know, you brought up an excellent point. You can be sure that the HKW Undisputed Women's Champion, Scarlett Jones, is keeping a close eye on this contest. Big chance for Lenore Lynn to send a message to her opponent coming up at Digital Revolution in Scarlett Jones. How much of an opponent can Scarlett Jones be? She has been in hiding for the last month. She wants no part of Lenore Len. I don't buy that for a second. Oh, you better buy it, Richard. Because seriously, when's the last time that you saw Scarlett Jones walking around the HKW locker room? I mean, exactly, Richard. Exactly. And that's why I, the one, the only Donald Cash, I'm challenging Scarlett Jones to show up here this coming up Wednesday on Prestige. You're challenging her. That's right, Richard. I promise Scarlett Jones an excellent competition if she is willing to show up this coming Wednesday on HKW Wednesday Night Prestige. I've been in talks with a certain young lady, and I'm sure that Scarlett Jones would love to have some friendly competition. I don't trust the way that you think at all. Nevertheless, Lenore Len in the ring with Mel. Mel looking to lift Lenore Len into the scoop slam, but Lenore slipping out the back, pump handle, backbreaker, dropping down Mel. It was a wonderful move on the part of Lenore Len, and this is exactly what I'm talking about, Richard. Dominant over these women here in the HKW, left and right. It doesn't matter if it's 2-on-1. Lenore Len is the powerhouse that the HKW women's division has been waiting for. Lenore Len, 2 hands full of Mel's hair, slamming her head first into the canvas, and now a stomp right into the Samoan one's nose. Lenore Len just begging Catherine Storm to bring herself into this contest. Yeah, and Catherine Storm more than happy to get her hands on Lenore. Catherine Storm wrenching back the leg of Len, and now slipping around the back, locking in the sleeper hold. This could do it. Not a chance, Richard, not a chance. Lenore Len is a superior athlete. She knows exactly what it means to be a champion, and that's why she's going to defeat Scarlett Jones coming up at Digital Revolution 4. Oh, who sounds like a TWE sympathizer now? Richard, I'm not sympathetic to TWE. I'm calling a spade a spade. I'm smart enough to see what is coming down the pipeline. I'm smart enough to know what is about to happen. It's clear as day. Ooh. Look at that kick right to the head of Catherine Storm. 2, 3. That's gonna do it. Wow. That's right, Richard. What did I say? Yeah. All right. You know what? You called this one. Catherine Storm and Mel getting dominated over here tonight by Lenore Len. That's right, Richard. The cash is never wrong. I don't know if I'd go that. Richard, the cash is never wrong. And mark my words, coming up at Digital Revolution, Scarlett Jones's title reign will come to an abrupt end at the hands of TWE's one-woman powerhouse, Lenore Len. Stick that in your pipe and smoke it, Richard. We'll be right back.
I've seen some souls be friendly. I've seen some feet get loose. I've had some people in my life who know just what it do. I try to look for goodness even when I see bad. I've seen some souls be friendly. I've seen some feet get loose. I've had some people in my life who know just what it do. I try to look for goodness even when I see bad.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are getting set for a triple threat match here.
The following contest is a triple threat extreme rules match. Making his way to the ring, representing the generation from New York, weighing in at 224 pounds, Aaron
Alright, Richard, here we go. Aaron Bronson heading down to the ring, getting ready for this triple threat match. And Richard, I have some news for you. Oh, you do? That's right, Richard. I don't know why you're not doing your job, but the cash always gets the big scoop. And guess what, Richard? I have 2 names to announce for the Ultimate Opportunity ladder match coming up at Digital Revolution 4. Oh, that is big news. Alright, lay it on us. Alright, Richard. The first man that will be entered into the Ultimate Opportunity ladder match, the man who just came down to the ring, Aaron Bronson. And the second, Richard, would be this man right here. What? Mr. Awesome. Mr. Awesome and Aaron Bronson. You're telling me these 2 men both are going to end up in the Ultimate Opportunity ladder match coming up at Digital Revolution? That's right, Richard. That's exactly what I just said. And that means that one of these men could potentially have a briefcase worth a world title opportunity whenever they want. One of the biggest prizes here in the HKW every year. Yeah, and every year a match I look. Wait, what is this? Richard, that's John Riggins. That's John Riggins and Devastation. Devastation is supposed to be part of this triple threat match here tonight, but John Riggins. Oh! Riggins! One half the HKW Tag Team Champions, the men who defected from TWE, becoming free agents officially earlier this week. What the hell is going on here? Isn't it clear as day, Richard? DOA Cody Tombstone. He took liberties with JD Rush, and now Rush and Riggins are taking their own liberties with DOA. Oh! Alright, well, I guess this contest is gonna proceed as a singles match then. We're gonna have to see if we can get some help and back for Devastation. Why are you going to try and get help for someone from TWE, Richard? As far as I'm concerned, Tyler Savage just did you a favor. He just did me a favor. Well, Aaron Bronson, Irish Whip, sending Mr. Awesome into the corner, and this guy, Mr. Awesome, in the short amount of time that he has been here in the HKW, gaining quite the fan following online. That's right, Richard. Mr. Awesome has been, well, awesome. And look at that power bomb, Richard, putting down former HKW champion Aaron Bronson. Bronson back up to his feet, shot to the midsection on Awesome, but Awesome answering back with a shot to the gut of his own and a clothesline, colliding with Bronson in the corner. And Richard, this is all just a precursor, a warm-up, if you will, to Digital Revolution, and these 2 men stepping inside the Ultimate Opportunity ladder match, trying their best to climb up the ladder and retrieve the briefcase that will award them a championship match whenever and wherever they want. Yeah, and don't forget, it was last year at Digital Revolution when Xander Shaw cashed in that Ultimate Opportunity the same night that he won it.
to defeat Cameron Logan, Lion Hunter. That's right, Richard. So many huge moments have been laid out involving the ultimate opportunity, and now these two men have the chance to be a part of that legacy. Mr. Awesome bringing Bronson back to his feet, but Bronson, reversal on the Irish whip to Mr. Awesome, and snapmare takeover. Bring Mr. Awesome back over the top rope. Awesome catching the leg of Bronson and whipping him down hard. Aaron Bronson, nice forearm shot there into the face of Mr. Awesome. Richard, what? Don't you think that Mr. Awesome would be more awesome if he was in Scars Enterprises? No, I really don't. Just something for you to think about. Michael, if you're listening, something for you to think about. I don't think that Mr. Awesome is the kind of guy who would be involved with Scars Enterprises. What are you trying to say, Richard? That Mr. Awesome thinks he's too good for Scars Enterprises? Well, then you know what, Richard? Screw Mr. Awesome. I'm too good for him. Scars Enterprises is too good for him. Michael Scars Minor is way too good for him, Richard. Aaron Bronson diving into the clothesline and a Manhattan drop. And now Bronson raining down the legs in between on Mr. Awesome. Follows up with a drop kick. Looking for the pinfall and long 2 count there. Mr. Awesome going to have to watch out for Mr. Bronson, who may be closing in on a victory here tonight. Twist of fate by Aaron Bronson. Nice move there by Bronson, but too close to the ropes. Aaron Bronson should know better. He needs to pull his opponent away. Oh, now, again, looking for that cover, and this time, it's a near fall on Mr. Awesome. Awesome needs to start trying to gain control back from Aaron Bronson. What do you think he's trying to do? I don't know. Maybe shine his bald head? What? Yeah, I mean, how do you think Mr. Awesome's head gets that shiny, Richard? It's not natural. He definitely has to lube that up at some point, shine it up nice. You're ridiculous. No, Richard, Mr. Awesome is ridiculous. Look at those pants. Aaron Bronson slipping around behind and Russian leg sweep taking down Mr. Awesome. And now DDT raining down courtesy of Aaron Bronson. You know, and coming up at Digital Revolution, have to give Aaron Bronson the advantage of the names we know so far. He is used to going up to the top rope. He's used to climbing ladders. That is the way that Aaron Bronson likes to win wrestling matches, Richard. I can't deny that at all. There's a reason they call him Aaron Bronson. But Bronson now working the ground game. And an arm breaker there to Mr. Awesome. Seems to be in a tough spot as Bronson again ascending to the top rope. And a swanton bomb down on the Awesome. Not gonna do it. And Awesome kicking out. That was close, Richard. That was incredibly close for Mr. Awesome. I don't really know what's keeping him going, but he seems to just be feeding off these fans here in New Jersey tonight, Richard. Yeah, I gotta agree with you. It's what is this? Awesome now has Bronson up on the top rope, slowing him down. Multiple elbow shots to the back of the head of Aaron Bronson. Oh, no. Oh my God! Wow, Richard, that was incredible. That was amazing. That was stupendous. Also, no, I wouldn't use that as a descriptive word for what we just saw. No.
Mr. Awesome able to get the 2 count on Aaron Bronson after that incredible reverse Frankensteiner off the top rope. Awesome rushing in on Bronson. Bronson countering with a forearm shot to the forehead of the bearded, balded, but blatantly brilliant Mr. Awesome. Awesome catching the leg of Bronson. And a clothesline taking Bronson almost out of his boots. Now, powerbomb by Mr. Awesome. That was an awesome powerbomb, Richard. It sure as hell was covered here by Awesome too. And that's gonna do it, Mr. Awesome. Picking up the victory here tonight on HKW Friday Night Rampage. That was a wonderful match, Richard. Incredible contest, and I applaud Mr. Awesome on this victory. But let's face it, Richard, how much opportunity is he gonna have when you introduce a ladder and 4 other competitors coming up at Digital Revolution in that ultimate opportunity ladder match?
Hard to say. But ladies and gentlemen, still to come here tonight, the Brotherhood going to be in tag team action against Scars Enterprises.
Yeah, if Outlaw manages to be able to find someone who can stand a tag with him.
And coming up next, we have United States title action as Christian Wright goes one-on-one with Ian King in a tables match. That's coming up next here on HKW Friday Night Rampage.
That's what the streets say. I'm on my New York shit. I think I'm hot, son. White girl staring at me, looking like she awesome. I don't know what her problem is. I hope she fucking say
The following contest is a tables match and is for the United States Championship.
No, Richard, we shouldn't even be having this match tonight.
And why is that?
Because, Richard, because Ian King promised that he would put the United States title on the line against King Dominator, up against the Social Media Championship coming up at Digital Revolution. And now he's going to try and lose the United States Championship to this loser Christian right here tonight, just to screw over Scars Enterprises. I know the kind of way that Ian King thinks. There's no thing about Ian King that's respectful. Okay, Richard? Ian King would screw over his own mother if he thought it would help him.
You know, all I really know about Ian King is that this man has been on an incredible, undefeated winning streak here in the HKW and now stands at 16-0. He is the United States Champion, the innovator of Scottish Strong Style, Ian King.
Yeah, if Ian King was really so strong, then why didn't he make it to the end of the King of the Wasteland tournament, Richard?
I think we both know that he defeated your buddy King Dominator pretty handedly in their contest. I mean, it was an amazing contest. I'll grant it that, but at the end of the day, Ian King walked away victorious. And then it was because of Blake Buchanan and Team TWE attacking him in the back and making sure that Dragon Queen propelled her way to the finals against Daniel Roberts. That's what happened to Ian King.
No, Richard, let's face facts, okay? If Ian King was any kind of a real man, it wouldn't have mattered that Blake Buchanan slapped him around a little bit. He still would have made it down to the ring to compete in the King of the Wasteland tournament. As at this point, honestly, he should just take that United States title to the Scars Enterprises dressing room, hand it to King Dominator, and apologize apologize for unrightfully knocking him out of the King of the Wasteland tournament. No. Alright, Ian King getting ready to go one-on-one here tonight with Christian Wright. Of course, Christian Wright making it to the semifinals of the King of the Wasteland tournament up against his former friend turned foe, Daniel Roberts. It would be Roberts getting a measure of redemption for what happened at HKW Broken Hearts, knocking Christian Wright out of the tournament, and Roberts going on to defeat Dragon Queen in the finals, becoming the King of the Wasteland. Yeah, but how about, if you want to talk about Dragon Queen, Richard, fine, let's talk about Dragon Queen. Let's talk about the fact that Despair, like a monster out of a horror movie, showed up this past Wednesday and challenged Dragon Queen to a broiler room brawl for the HKW Internet Championship. I was shocked. I'll admit I was shocked when I saw that, but I'm excited as hell to know that Dragon Queen has accepted that challenge at Digital Revolution 4. It will be Despair versus Dragon Queen one-on-one in a broiler room brawl for the HKW Internet Championship. And now take a look at this, Richard. Ian King taking a peek underneath that ring and pulling out a table. Of course, the only way to gain a victory in this matchup will be to put your opponent through a table. I can't believe I have to explain those rules to you every time, Richard. It's not for me. Richard, you're the only other one here talking to me. Of course, it must be for you. Who do you think you're normally talking to? You, Richard. I'm always here to explain things to you. No, you're here to talk to the HKW Nation. Like, the people can hear you right now. Richard, don't be stupid. If the people could hear me, then they'd talk back to me like they do on the streets. They come up to me all the time. They say, Mr. Cash, you're awesome. You're incredible. I wish that Richard G. Mayer would get fired. Did they really? Of course, Richard, no one likes you. Christian Wright thrown hard into the turnbuckle and shoulder first into the turnbuckle post, courtesy of the undefeated Ian King, who tonight looks to extend that record to 17-0 here in the HKW. He better, Richard. He better extend it to 18-0, because you know what? He has a responsibility. He has a responsibility to put that HKW United States Championship on the line against my good friend King Dominator. Dominator deserves his Digital Revolution moment, and by God, he is going to get it. Ian King dropping Christian Wright hard onto his head. Christian getting tossed into the corner, courtesy of the creator of Scottish Strong Style, lifted up to the top rope. Oh, what has King got planned here? And Ian King with a superplex all the way out to the floor. What a move by Ian King. Ian King is a moron, Richard. The tables are in the ring. He just took Christian Wright further away from those tables, from an opportunity to win the match. Oh, it looked like he was going back under the ring looking for another table. Richard, he should have just put Christian Wright through a table and ended it. But he didn't. And the reason he didn't is because he's afraid, Richard. He's thinking in his head right now that he's afraid of what would happen if he got into the ring with King Dominator coming up at Digital Revolution, and how badly he would be embarrassed by King Dominator. just being in a match, making him look foolish. Ian King, Irish whip, sending Christian Wright into the corner. Christian, nice reversal. Has the arm bar applied, shot to the back of the shoulder, courtesy of Christian Wright. Hard Irish whip sends Ian King into those tables. Curiously stacked there in the center of the ring. And look at this. Ian King not even trying to put up a fight, just going to let Christian Wright walk away from this contest as the new HKW United States champion. Also, he doesn't have to get in the ring with King Dominator. It's pathetic, Richard. Honestly, it is pathetic. King Dominator. Oh, look like King Dominator trying to put Christian Wright through those stacked up tables, but to no avail. Gonna have to try something else here. Ian King setting the table back up inside the ring. I'm kind of surprised that he can do that. What's that? Set up a table. I thought that would require too much technical skill for someone as dumb as Ian King, Richard. What do you have against Ian King? It's simple, Richard. It's simple. The only reason he wanted to have this matchup tonight was so that he wouldn't have to honor his promise to King Dominator, the rightful United States champion. As a matter of fact, Dom, if you're listening, I would like you to go ahead and you can start now. You have my permission to start referring to yourself as the United States champion. Look, if King Dominator wins the Digital Revolution, then great. But until that point, or whenever, he's not the United States champion. Right now, Ian King is the United States champion. And if you continue on this course, Richard, then Christian Wright would be the United States champion. That's what you really want, don't you? You TWE sympathizer. Oh. Ian King, no, Christian Wright, reversal on the Irish whip, sending King into the corner. Ian King answering with a boot to the face of Christian Wright, and Wright now being tossed into the corner, but Christian, reversal with the armbar. Another shot to the back of the shoulder of Ian King. Yeah, Ian King is not going to be able to set up many more tables at this rate, Richard. And now Christian Wright off the top rope. He did it, Richard. See, I told you. Christian Wright is the new HKW United States champion. No. No, that's not how this works. Christian has to put Ian King through the table. Just because Christian went through the table on his own does not mean that he won. This contest will continue here. Ian King shots to the midsection on Christian Wright, hooks the head, and a neck breaker on top of that table. On top of, not just the table, Richard, but the table legs. He's not showing Christian Wright any mercy here. And now, that burning hammer drilling the head of Christian Wright down onto that table. Ian King setting up the table, bringing Christian back up to his feet. These fans in New Jersey, I think we know what is about to happen. Spine buster through the table. Richard, Ian King could have won this match a long time ago. He could have gone to 16-0 a long time ago. This was all just an effort on the part of Ian King to make King Dominator sweat, thinking that Ian King was going to lose here tonight. It's a despicable play on the part of Ian King, and he should be ashamed. He should be stripped of the championship. Give the belt to King Dominator, your rightful United States champion right now. You're gonna give me a headache sitting here much longer with you. Ladies and gentlemen, still your United States champion, Ian King, and coming up next is our main event.
as the Brotherhood take on Scars Enterprises. Yeah, we'll see, Richard. We'll see.
Hey, kids. It's me, yo. I know what I like. A little MDC toothpaste. Give yourself that $1 million clown smile. But don't take it from me. Take it from little Timmy. That's right. I love MDC. Oh, little kids, get a little bit of zeb in their mouth.
Well, thank you again to our sponsor, $1 Million Clown Toothpaste. And just to remind you, this has been a $1 Million Clown production. Look at it, Richard, look at it. No more time to talk about clowns. Look what we have heading down to the ring. It's the Outlaw, Richard, alright? The Outlaw. Aren't you going to cheer for your friend, the Outlaw, the envoy of justice, the one-man army, the man who is supposed to be the savior of Friday Night Rampage, and now look at him, Richard. All alone once again. No Brotherhood to back him up. No Michael James. No 6 Mile. No Adam Duke. He is all here alone, Richard. Well, it certainly would appear that way. Appearances are everything, Richard. That's why I'm always dressed in a suit, and you always look like you just came from the gym. Outlaw stepping into the ring, getting ready to go up against the team of Scars Enterprises tonight. Michael Scars, Minor, and J-Max. I can't wait to see this, Richard. Grab your popcorn, ladies and gentlemen. This is exactly what we all came here to see. To see the Outlaw get exactly what he deserves at the hands of Scars Enterprises. What? No, you know what? I can't even listen to that. Look, the Outlaw, on multiple occasions, he's defeated Michael Scars Minor. He deserves a one-on-one opportunity for the HKW World Heavyweight Championship. And thank God Daniel Roberts didn't interject himself into this match. Thank God. Because the Outlaw damn sure deserves his shot against Minor, and at Digital Revolution, he's gonna get it. I don't know why you're such an Outlaw sympathizer, Richard. It doesn't matter how many times you kiss up to the Outlaw, he's not gonna show you what's underneath the bandana. What? I hear he's pretty ugly under there, Richard. No, that's enough. Outlaw, slipping on behind Michael Scars Minor, and a backbreaker to open things up here in what was supposed to be a tag team match, and instead has turned into a handicap contest. The Outlaw all alone out here. Exactly, Richard. It's just like I pointed it out to you, but I'm glad that you are willing to echo me. It's one of the smarter choices that you've chosen to make in your broadcast career. And now look at this brilliant move on the part of J-Max and my friend, your world champion, Michael Scars Minor. That was a nice elbow. And backbreaker combination by Scars Enterprises, but the Outlaw recovering fairly quickly now, and dropping J-Max down hard onto his shoulders. Chaos Champion is down, and a near fall for the Outlaw. Only a near fall, Richard. That's as close as he's ever going to get to J-Max. J-Max is a man who's used to fighting with weapons. He's used to getting hit in the head
with a steel chair or a garbage can. You don't honestly believe that a loser like the Outlaw would ever be able to slow down a monumental competitor like J-Max, do you? Well, let me ask you this, we've seen that Michael James has had his eyes on Scars Enterprises. Michael James is a former Chaos champion. What do you think would happen if J-Max went one-on-one for the Chaos title with Michael James? Michael James doesn't deserve to be in the ring with Scars Enterprises, Richard. Simple, plain answer. Michael James is a loser. He would be destroyed by J-Max in a matter of minutes, and then Scars Enterprises would come in there. They would paralyze him. They'd put him out to pasture. They'd end his career. That's what Michael James deserves. It's what the Outlaw deserves. And it's what Scars Enterprises is going to do to anyone who gets in their way, Richard. J-Max reverse DDT to the Outlaw on the outside. And now J-Max giving back the tag to the HKW World Heavyweight Champion, Michael Miner. The magnificent, miraculous Michael Scars Miner. Richard, I'm not going to say that. Of course you're not, Richard. Your vocabulary skills aren't quite up to par with mine. Yeah, that's it. Kick out there by the Outlaw, and Miner beginning to look a little bit frustrated. No, Michael Scars Miner is not frustrated. He just has plans for tonight, and the Outlaw at this point is doing nothing but wasting Michael Miner's time. The Outlaw knows he's going to lose this match. J-Max knows the Outlaw is going to lose this match. And Michael Scars Miner has never looked better inside a wrestling ring. And that is why he will be victorious here tonight. I don't know about that. Outlaw! Whoa! Cannonball flipping into the face of Michael Scars Miner. Covered now by the Outlaw too. And Miner getting the shoulder up just a hair before the 3 count. But he got the shoulder up, Richard. He got the shoulder up. That's the important thing, because there's no quit in Michael Scars Miner, and that is why he would be victorious over the Outlaw coming up at Digital Revolution. Miner springboarding Outlaw off the top rope with the suplex tag into J-Max. Lands a headbutt, and Outlaw immediately again back up to his feet. Here comes J-Max though, trying to land blows on the Outlaw. The Outlaw with a super kick into the chest of J-Max. Referee needs to call this. I think Outlaw is bleeding. That's going to be a biohazard issue. What? That's not safe for our performers. Ladies and gentlemen, your winners here tonight, Scars Enterprises. Thank you so much for joining us here on HKW Friday Night Rampage. Shut up, Richard. I've been Richard. You've been Richard G. Mayer. This is still going. This match is still underway. Spine buster by the Outlaw. Check it out right here. The Outlaw, huge spine buster, putting down J-Max hits the leg. One, J-Max. 2. Come on. Oh. Yes, Richard. Yes, J-Max kicking out at 2, proving once again that he is a true champion here in the HKW, worthy of being a part of the greatest faction to ever be assembled, Scars Enterprises. And what's this? J-Max measuring up Outlaw off the ropes. Suicide dive, taking down the Outlaw on the outside. It's what I'm talking about, Richard. J-Max is not afraid to put his own body on the line. He's not afraid to risk something himself if it means doing the right thing by Scars Enterprises and your world champion Michael Scars Miner. What about doing the right thing by him? Yes, Richard, that's what I said. Doing the right thing by Scars Enterprises. And now,
J-Max bringing the Outlaw back inside the ring, looking to finish him off so we can all go home. Richard, this has been another wonderful performance by Scars Enterprises.
This isn't over. This is not over. Outlaw laying out. J-Max there, big right hand by the Outlaw, heading up to the top rope, cut off by J-Max. Chaos Champion meeting Outlaw on top and an arm drag, bringing the Outlaw off the top rope down to the mat, tagging to the HKW Champion Michael Stars Minor. Yeah,
He's been
nice
directing
move.
traffic. Wait, no, Richard, what he's been doing is he's been leading. He's a manager. He's a leader. He's been telling J-Max exactly what needs to be accomplished so that now he can come in here and he can finish off the Outlaw. No, come on. Look at this Richard package pile driver to the Lone Man Army. The Lone Man Army. Outlaw. 3. That's 1, 2, 3. That's it, Richard. Your winners here tonight. My close personal friends. Your world champion. Your chaos champion. Scars Enterprises. Yeah. Great. Well, yeah, you know, I still maintain it's supposed to be a tag team matchup here tonight. Doesn't matter, Richard. It wasn't a tag team match because the Lone Man Army has no friends. He has no championship. Yeah, and you know, all that could change on a dime coming up April 12th at Digital Revolution 4. Never gonna happen, Richard. Congratulations, guys. Another fantastic performance, Richard. Richard, stand up. All right, ladies and show the champ some respect. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for us here tonight at HKW Friday Night Rampage. Till next Wednesday, I have been Richard G. Mayer, and I am Donald Cash. That was your world champion. Good night, ladies and gentlemen. Good night, everybody.